It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see this team's burner at wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. This should be a good one to watch. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Spot in front of a misting fan or an air condition is the best way to take in this one. Hi, folks. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, you played plenty of football down in the South. It's one of those hot days that is just about survival for the players.
It really is, and I can tell you, it's so funny, Mike. You would go through all of offseason, all of training camp in these same hot conditions, but for some reason on game day, when it's this hot, it just feels different. You're uncomfortable. You're worried about cramping. You're trying to overhydrate on the sidelines. You're sitting in front of those misters. They're holding shade over your head. I mean, you will do anything to try to cool down, but sometimes there's just nothing you can do, and it becomes a mental matchup. Which team handles the discomfort better? That's where the advantage lies.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
And they'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Right back to the fullback. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here comes the pack, and here comes Jordan Love. 5th season quarterback, but Greg just his 2nd as a starter. Waited his turn and had a really good first year as a starter.
There was a lot of questions surrounding Jordan Love. Was he the long-term answer in Green Bay following in the footsteps of the legendary Aaron Rodgers? And I think last year in his first season as a full-time starter, he certainly quieted a lot of those questions. He spent time early in his career watching from the sideline, and he wasted no time showing he's one of the top young quarterbacks in the entire league.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Packers.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on the former 2nd-round pick, Elton Jenkins.
Still 1st down.
We'll go play action with Love. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing on second down, Love. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Love. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. On 4th down, Daniel Whelan is on to punt. That's taken on this side midfield. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. The speed on display. He's in for the score. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A throw on the move is caught. 2nd and 7. Now Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Taking off. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's Daniel Whelan now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. That's fielded at about the 18. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Going for it all. And he will go all the way for the touchdown. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good. And his guys move out on top, 14-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with first. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. Now Willis. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Jaguars who have the lead in the second quarter. Devin Duvernay, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Devon Achane accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Steelers' new quarterback in 2024, Russell Wilson, with a touchdown pass. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
2nd down and 8. Here's Willis. The open man is Reed. He's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. On comes the Packers punting team. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he'll weave his way down close to that 1st down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be 3rd down and short. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to air this one out, and he'll take it on in. Has a touchdown. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
The extra point try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and his guys will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. About set for our next drive. We'll take a peek ahead what's coming up later tonight. Sunday Night Football has the Colts and Jets AFC matchup at MetLife Stadium. And then tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, it's down to the Lone Star State for an in-state battle. Texans and Cowboys at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll run the toss to Jacobs. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The defense has got it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown. His big game continues. His 3rd touchdown of this one. Numbers 11, 12, and 13 on the year.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The extra point, up and good. And his guys are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing is Willis. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Willis now to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback. I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it for the score. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the second half. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. The kicking team on for the extra point. The kick is good. And his guys stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw is Willis. That's complete to Watson. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a second down. To throw, here's Willis. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And that's his 5th touchdown catch of the game. That ties the NFL single-game mark. Jerry Rice did it in 1990. Kellen Winslow Sr. in 1981. Bob Shaw all the way back in 1950. They have company with the 5-touchdown reception game in this one. The PAT, up and good. And his guys keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Packers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Willis. That complete to Jacobs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Dobbs headed in motion. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. set up the offense with a short field. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.